Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. Today I want to chat with you guys and gals about something that really is ridiculously laughable, and I see so much of it on social media. You see all of these lower carb people, and keep in mind, I oftentimes do lower carbs. I like lower carb diets. I think they can be, really useful for a lot of things. But I see all these gurus of it pushing this complete nonsense, and it really and truly is nonsense, right? This idea that butter has all sorts of vitamins and minerals in it. That is just a provably false statement. And what I mean is you can go look at any of the data on it and look at the amounts in there. I've seen people say stuff like, well, it's full of vitamin A. That one's true. That is the only vitamin it has to any significant amount. Okay? Significant amount. But then they'll say stuff like vitamin E, vitamin K, vitamin D. They'll even try to claim it's got calcium or magnesium or casein protein. Hey, this is absolutely ludicrous. It is a refined junk food that is stripped of most of its nutritional value, and it's provable when you start looking at it. And what I mean is that is literally like saying, well, there's a little bit of vitamin C in table sugar, therefore it's healthy. Anyone think table sugar is healthy? It's about equally refined as butter is, and stripped of as much nutritional value. And people forgetting that. They're thinking because butter originated as milk, oh, it must have the stuff that milk has in it, but it doesn't. And when you go actually look at the numbers, it is absurdly low in everything but vitamin A and sodium. Sodium is the only other thing it has in it, because they add salt. So it's basically just a source of vitamin A. And it's not exactly hard to get vitamin A. So, they pull this, and what I mean by trace amounts, if you were to eat 3,000 calories of butter a day, okay? And a lot of times, let's take the RDA. And how many people out here will say stuff like, oh, the RDA is too low? Okay, let's assume the RDA is perfect. Let's assume the RDA is perfect. Let's not even go too low, because if it's too low, then butter is truly a junk food. So I dare people out there to pull up all the nutritional value, right? Some sort of the nutritional value of all these things, and pull it up, look it up yourself, and find one vitamin or mineral where you could eat enough butter to reach the RDA on. Because people want to claim it's got vitamin E, okay? Do you know that 3,000 calories of butter, 3,000 calories of pure butter, if that was your only source of vitamin E, you would be deficient in it? It's not enough. Right? It's not enough to beat your basic RDA on vitamin E in 3,000 calories of butter. So are we really going to pretend it's a source of vitamin E? A little bit of broccoli will destroy it. A little bit of spinach, like a cup full of spinach, 100 calories of broccoli or spinach has more vitamin E than 3,000 calories of butter. Okay, same thing, they'll pull, it has vitamin D, vitamin K. Really? You're going to eat 5 kilograms of it a day? It is impossible to consume and absorb enough butter. Like, you would have to eat it till you were having just diarrhea, and it still wouldn't be enough to get the basic bare minimum of vitamin D or vitamin K in your diet. You can't even reach the RDA. Whoa. So how is it a source? If it is biologically impossible for you to reach the bare minimum basic need by consuming a food, it's not a source of it. In other words, if the amounts you would have to eat to get to the RDA would cause excessive diarrhea in 10,000 or 20,000 calories a day, you can't count it as a source, because it will not have any meaningful contribution. Same thing, they'll pull protein. Yeah, there's like 3 grams of protein in 3,000 calories. It has 1 gram of protein per 1,000 calories. I think table sugar might even beat it for as a protein source. That's not there. All essential fatty acids, it's almost all saturated fat with some monounsaturated. Okay? What essential fatty acids? So what are essential? Omega-3 and omega-6. Pull up the numbers for 3,000 calories. Just come back over it. I don't think people understand how much 3,000 calories of butter is. Like, you're not going to eat 3,000 calories of butter a day. It's going to give you the shits. You're going to have squirting diarrhea everywhere if you tried to eat this. But I digress. Let's assume you could do it. And that was your source of essential fatty acids. Would you get enough for basic health or survival? No, not enough. Okay, let me be clear. The basic minimums for health, the RDA on omega-3 and omega-6, and those are the only essential fatty acids. We need to be clear. There are no essential fatty acids outside of those two categories. 3,000 calories of butter is still deficient. Okay? It is still deficient. So what do we mean it's a source of essential fatty acids? What are we talking about? There's almost none. It's trace amounts. So again, where are people getting this ludicrous information? And I mean, look it up. Look it up. I'm not saying take my word for it. Go to nutrition websites, go to the USDA's data, go to all these data labs and look at the quantities of the vitamins and minerals in butter. And the essential fatty acids and the vitamin D and the K and the E. Look it all up yourself. And then compare it with how much we need for basic health. The bare minimums that are recommended. You cannot reach the bare minimums of a single vitamin or mineral other than A and sodium because we add salt to it. So let's take the salt out. So then we'll say no minerals. Okay? There's not one. There are no essential fatty acids. You can't reach the minimum amount of protein for basic health. You can't reach a single vitamin other than vitamin A. It's impossible to consume enough butter to get the minimum amounts. It's a garbage junk food. It's a garbage junk food of no nutritional value. And then when you look at the blood work on it, it causes terrible blood work when people eat it in large amounts on top of it, even when on low carb diets. It's junk food, people. It is junk food. All right, guys, but that's really all I had to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys and gals next time.